Hi, my name is Mike Callahan, and I'm going to attempt to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. I can almost read their mind. Are you nuts? They may not say it, but I know they're thinking it. The Pacific Crest Trail is a trail that runs from the border of Mexico just south of Campo, California, all the way through California, all the way through Oregon, and all the way through Washington to a place just south of Manning Park, Canada. Basically, the Pacific Crest Trail consists of 5 sections. The first section being the desert section. The desert section begins in Campo, California, and goes approximately 700 miles all the way to Kennedy Meadows, which basically is the gateway to the Sierra. Then, secondly, there's the Sierra section. It goes from Kennedy Meadows all the way through to Highway 50 or to Echo Lake in Lake Tahoe area. Then the third section is a section called the NorCal section. It goes from Echo Lake, just north of Highway 50 at the Echo Summit, all the way through the border of Oregon and California. That's called the NorCal section. Then the fourth section is all of the state of Oregon, and then the fifth section is all of the state of Washington. 2,650 miles from the border of Mexico all the way to the border of Canada. There's a small window of opportunity in order to hike the trail. I know that for many years I was a pastor in a church, and it was hard for me to get away for 5 to 6 months from my congregation in order to do a hike like this. So basically I had to wait before I retired in order to take on a project like this and of this magnitude. but I can't wait too long, because the longer I wait, the older I get, and of course, the more physical problems that I have. And so, if I'm going to do this hike, I've got to do it now. I'm 65 years old. I'll be 66 years old in May when I'm on the trail, and I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, and so I'm going to attempt now to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. It's really funny, somebody asked me, said, how in the world are you going to carry 2,650 miles worth of food with you on the trail? They said, how in the world are you going to carry that much food? 5 to 6 months worth of food, that's got to be pretty heavy. Of course it's heavy. But it reminds me of the story that somebody asked one time. They said, how do you eat a whole elephant? The answer is one bite at a time. Now, I'm not going to carry a whole elephant with me, and I'm not going to eat one bite of an elephant at a time, but I am going to take one bite of the trail at a time. Instead of looking at the trail as being 2,650 miles, I'm going to look at the trail as being 26 sections that I'm going to be attempting to go from point A to point B. I have mapped out 26 trail towns that I'm going to be stopping at, and so I'm going to be looking at the trail as going from one trail town and stocking up with food, resupplying, get all the supplies that I need, and then go from 3 to 6 to 7 miles, 8 miles. I think the longest stint that I'll be out is 8 or 9 miles, I forget. But if I do that 26 times, then I will be arriving at the border of Canada at the end of my trek on the Pacific Crest Trail. When I get into a trail town, I'm planning on looking for the first motel or hostel or somewhere where I can get a shower and recharge all of my electronics, my phone, my external battery, things like that that take electricity and take a recharge of a battery. And then I'm going to take a shower, a much needed shower, may I say. But then I'm going to look for the nearest restaurant or fast food joint or whatever and eat, quote, normal food. Then after that, I'll be going back to the motel room and either that afternoon or perhaps maybe the next day, go and resupply, find the nearest the nearest grocery store or the nearest convenience store and get as many supplies as I can to tide me over to the next trail town. Now, hopefully when I get into that trail town, I'll have no food left and I will resupply there and then do the same procedure over again and then go to the next trail town and then the next trail town and the next trail town. And then hopefully, again, after 26 trail towns, I will arrive in Manning Park, Canada. I leave on the start of my Pacific Crest Trail hike on April the 15th, and I hope you'll come along with me. In the description, I will be sharing a link to a program called MapShare. It will contain a code that is unique to my hike that you can click on and it will show my journey and my progress along the Pacific Crest Trail. I will be posting a few videos on my YouTube channel. Not very long, just some short videos. Again, just to let you know my progress and where I am. But the name of my channel on YouTube is The Hiking Rev. On the trail, people give you a trail name. You don't give it to yourself. Somebody else perhaps maybe takes a characteristic from you or something that they picked up on, and they give you your trail name. Back in August of 2018, I was hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, Section K specifically, by the Lake Tahoe area. And I met two guys on the trail by the name of James and John. They weren't brothers, they were just friends with each other. And when they introduced themselves to me, they said, "We're James and John." I said, "Oh, Sons of Thunder." And they looked at me like, "What?" And I told them that in the Bible, James and John, the apostles of Jesus, were called, he called them Sons of Thunder, or Boanerges, or something like that. But anyway, Sons of Thunder is what Jesus called them. And so they went, "Oh, okay." And they said, "What did you do? Or what do you do now?" And I said, "Well, I just recently retired. I pastored a church for 26 years in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I have been in the ministry for 41 years. And so they named me Rev. So every time they saw me, "Hey, Rev! Hey, Rev!" And that's how I got my trail name. Another question that people ask me all the time when I tell them that I'm going to be hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, or the PCT, they say, "Why in the world do you want to hike for 2,650 miles, sleep on the ground in a tent, be attacked by bugs, eat ramen noodles every night?" They say, "Why in the world do you want to do something like that?" A lot of people hike the Pacific Crest Trail to find themselves. Well, that is not my motivation. If I haven't found myself by now, I'll never find myself. 65 years old, if I hadn't found myself by now, I'll never find myself. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure why. I like to challenge myself. I like to hike. I like to camp out. I just want to. So again, I hope you will come along with me on my epic journey. And please be sure and like and subscribe on my Facebook channel and also my YouTube channel. And every once in a while, drop a little encouraging note as well. And follow along with me on that MapShare link that'll be in the description below. Until then, I'll see you on the trail.